Alright, so welcome back. What do you mean back? I haven't uploaded. Other than that stun on a gameplay video, I've only uploaded like in like I don't know how long. But the reason I haven't been uploading is because I was focused on other stuff. You can read in the stun on a gameplay description about it. So this series is how to make a quest, and we're gonna do it without CV2 to make it easier. So we're gonna make some sort of quest. Now the main important theme about it is the theme. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a, you don't, it's better if you don't choose any template rooms. It's better if you just go to a maker room and just type it, I don't know, YT quest. I don't know. Okay, let's go. So the series is going to be dedicated to the maker pen because when
You've
you're
created a custom room. Your room is invite only until you decide to publish it. You can name and publish this room by pressing this room on your watch.
Thank you, coach. Anyways, so when you're creating a room, you obviously have to have your maker pen in here, which is the main source of creating. So to make a quest, this is chapter 1, part 1. We'll work on the other parts too. So chapter 1's going to be designing. Now designing maybe can be easy, but if you're working on scuffed levels that are really hard, designing could be a disaster. Now if you want to create walls or roof or floors, I'd recommend the cube. But if you want to make like some sort of dragon or whatever, you have to use the tube to make everything kind of realistic. Now here's a tip. If you go to your maker pen settings, and if you go to here, uniform shapes, and then if you do tube, you can go in a straight line, and then let go in another straight line, kind of like how VR does it. So I made this random shape, all by using it. Now you can do this by having, one stroke at a time to, chill out. So yeah, designing. Now we obviously want to not get these, but actually let's keep the buttons. So we want to delete every single wall and roof, but keep this floor. It lets you trace where the spawn point is. So just grab a floor like this. Now we're gonna create the quest lobby. So what you want to do is grab a cube, put it on grid. You don't really have to, but do it. And you gotta move. You click this. You scale. Put it on this floor, the corner of this floor. So like somewhere over here. And then what you want to do is you want to scale it to mark where the floor is. So scale it. And after you scale it the right way. And then you do this. Now this makes the floor pretty weird. So you want to delete this type of floor, and boom. There's this floor which you can actually trace where the spawn point is instead of having to put a welcome mat down. So, we're not gonna go circuits. I was about to go into gadgets and game chips and get a game chip, but first we need to go for designing. So we're gonna be designing the lobby. The second part is gonna be, the part where you go in and do stuff. The attack room. There's gonna be one room or two where you're just gonna attack enemies. That's called the combat room. And yeah, so we're gonna add 3 floors. Now you're probably wondering, why are you doing this? Why are you putting it in half? Well, you can do this on them. You can make them like this, and if they look a bit off, you can always unscale it. I don't know why it's not working for me, but if it's looking a bit okay, you can't really unscale it, but yes you can. Okay. So now that this has been done, you can just clone this on the other side. And now that that has been done, you need to basically clone it in the middle again. I know I'm doing so many middles. You want to rotate it. And then you want to go over here. You move it somewhere like this. Oh, frick, the thing is not long enough. So this theme is that you go into a building. Not a, okay. So a zombie, a goblin apocalypse or zombie apocalypse just happened, and you're gonna solve the problem. So we're gonna have to build the entire zombie apocalypse. So we're gonna build. Since it's gonna be a basic quest. It's only gonna have one level in it. Yes. So add these. Now, if this counts as a circuit, I'm not really sure why it would, but let's grab a scoreboard projector. This doesn't really count as a circuit, in the gadgets tab it does, but this counts as circuits. Similar things like this, like vehicle boost for wreck rally. So you're supposed to put this right over here. Alright, it might be like this where it's just flopping around and it's grabbable. So you want to configure it. I'm gonna make it not grabbable. And also, you're gonna want to freeze it. But it's unnecessary now since it's not grabbable. But if you do not want to move this, then I recommend freezing it. And freezing this box too. Now where do we put this? We put it right on the wall. Somewhere here where people can go ahead and cheer, favorite the room, even comment on the room, or subscribe. So you're gonna add it somewhere up here. Now, just for the zombie apocalypse, we're gonna go ahead and build the city. So this part 1 is gonna be all about the lobby. Part 2 is gonna be all about the first level. It's gonna be in one level quest because if you do more, you can do more without circuits v1. But hey, you know what I mean. So there's this big helpful thing with quests. It's called sub rooms. You can make one. Yeah. But we're not gonna go in that today's video. So you wanna actually go ahead and choose any material you like for the grass. And the material I like the most is just the grass material. Now you don't want the grass look like dirt, even though they're both two separate things. But but you're gonna have to actually put the green color on it. Next, you want to actually draw here. Now it's optional to do it. You could just have a big blanket box. It's optional to add the city landscape, but for a better design, for a better quest, you need it. Now every quest has mannequins in the lobby at least, But it's optional. It's completely optional. You don't even have to add a mannequin. But if you do want to, then let's do it. So next we want to go ahead and go to painted wall or painted brick. And then you're gonna draw out a building. Now you don't have to make this too detailed. You can go with a small detail or whatever it is. So you wanna draw it out. You wanna draw it out. Even put it at the back. If you're wondering why I'm not using the move tool, I actually don't know. So you want to clone this. And then when you clone it again, but this time you're going to have to move it somewhere here. We're just going to create some sort of cities. Okay, we're just going to do 3 and then small teeny tiny mannequins. Go to decor. If you find a billboard, place it down, and it's too big, so what you want to do is you want to scale it down using any handles. Now keep in mind you cannot manipulate it. No, that doesn't work. So you're gonna have to scale it down a bit, just for it to be looking at the building. Now, if you don't want it to fall down, or if you do want it to fall down, then just freeze it. But if you don't want it to fall down, then don't freeze it. If you don't want it to fall down, just freeze it. So we have a bunch of people just staring at us, you know, an apocalypse, a goblin apocalypse. Now, you could use inventions, but just for this tutorial, we're not going to be using them. So, how to make the glass on the buildings? Well, Rec Room added glass, so we could use it. So, I'm going to make it so that these mannequins are frozen. So, Rec Room added glass. And it's in the props menu. It's not in the materials menu, so you want to go here. You can scale it without it having to go up like the mannequins and stuff. So you could grab this, put it on there. Keep in mind it does not put you in the gray screen because it's a prop. We're just gonna add some small detail because it's literally the lobby. So now what we want to do is we want to clone, and instead of just cloning them one by one, you can just clone both at once. Now you want to scale it down because it looks a bit off. Now next you want to do is you want to clone it somewhere here. And we're already done with the city. Oh, it's not a destroyed city, it's just before it. So let's add text. Text doesn't really count as circuits because it doesn't have some major wiring like the math chips or game chips or other chips or any gizmos or other gadgets. Other gadgets, except for ones that use high circuitry, are allowed, like the sampler or the sunlight or spawner gadget. Yeah, we're gonna have that's not allowed too. We're gonna do this on chapter 2. So to actually, alright, we're done with it. Now for one more thing, we need to add text. Text is not on props, it's on gadgets, other gadgets. Now text is allowed because it's not really like I'm not wiring it to any other gizmo, so it's allowed. So we're just gonna quest to stop the zombie apocalypse. Excuse me. And the zombie, the goblin raid. Yeah, the goblin raid. Goblin raid. Alright, stop the goblin raid. Now, size it up. And then to make the text white, you want to go to color and set it to 13. And there you go. Quest to stop the goblin raid. We're done this. So that is the lobby made. We need to add a few other things like fires. So campfire. You're gonna find that in decor. You can spawn in a campfire, but don't actually spawn in a campfire though. Just freeze it. Wait, before you freeze it, you're gonna want to put it on there and then freeze it. Now you want to clone it on this other building too. You're gonna rotate it and move it somewhere over here because it's visible. Alright, next you want to freeze it. And since the campfires are all visible, you're gonna have to go ahead and scale them down. Scale the handle down a bit, you know. And it's, you know, the kind of. So now for the quest, you can add an update sign, but no. Anyways, that is about it for this video. It's a short, I don't know how long the video has been, but pretty short. So yeah, this is the overall quest results. So we're gonna go ahead and go to this room, go to save, and we're gonna save this room. Now it might fail for some of you, but if you just click save room again, it should work. There you go, we saved the room, and that's it for this video. Bye.